The story follows Ayo as he navigates the bustling streets of Lagos, trying to balance his entrepreneurial aspirations, his relationship with Kemi, and his moral compass. One night, Ayo and Tunde secure a meeting with Chief Adesanya, whose offer would catapult their business into the big leagues. But soon, Ayo realizes the deal involves smuggling illegal goods under the guise of their tech. As Ayo debates the offer, Kemi is also climbing the ladder in her marketing job, attending glamorous events but feeling increasingly distanced from Ayo. Their relationship begins to unravel when Kemi discovers that Ayo is considering Chief Adesanya's deal, threatening everything they've built together. In a climactic moment, Ayo must choose between taking the morally grey path with Chief Adesanya or walking away and starting over. Ultimately, he rejects the offer, but the fallout leaves him grappling with how to rebuild his life, his company, and his relationship with Kemi. As Ayo walks away from Chief Adesanya's office, his mind swirls with doubt and fear. Rejecting the powerful businessman's offer felt like the right thing to do, but the weight of the decision begins to crush him. Tunde, enraged, confronts Ayo outside the building. Tunde accuses Ayo of sabotaging their future, claiming that they will never get another opportunity like this. In a heated argument, Tunde reveals his own desperation. He had already begun accepting money from Chief Adesanya behind Ayo's back. Ayo is stunned. The realization that his best friend has been working with Adesanya without telling him cuts deep. Their partnership, built on trust and shared dreams, shatters in that moment. Meanwhile, Kemi is at home, nervously awaiting Ayo. She's been increasingly distant, but tonight she feels something is about to break. When Ayo returns, he's emotionally drained, and Kemi can sense it immediately. She confronts him about the long nights, the constant pressure, and the growing distance between them. In the midst of their argument, Ayo admits that he almost took a deal that could have put both of them at risk, but that rejecting it has left him lost. Kemi, though relieved that Ayo didn't take the deal, realizes she's no longer sure if she can keep sacrificing her own dreams for his. She tells Ayo she needs time to figure out what she wants and leaves their apartment, the pain of the moment heavy in the air. With Tunde gone and Kemi walking out, Ayo's world starts to crumble. He pours himself into work, trying to push his startup forward on his own, but it's too much for one person to handle. Sleepless nights turn into weeks of exhaustion and isolation. Without Kemi's presence, Ayo's life spirals into chaos. He loses focus, missing crucial deadlines and business opportunities. The once promising app he was developing begins to fail, and his reputation in the tech scene takes a hit. Alone, overwhelmed, and haunted by the betrayal of his best friend, Ayo turns to unhealthy coping mechanisms, drinking late into the night and isolating himself from the world around him. Tunde, on the other hand, quickly realizes that his decision to side with Chief Adesanya comes with a price. He gets pulled deeper into the world of illegal activities, which puts him in dangerous situations. Despite the fast money and success, Tunde starts to fear for his life, as Adesanya's true nature begins to reveal itself. In a climactic scene, Tunde finds himself in a confrontation with Adesanya's men after attempting to break free from the dirty deals. The ruthless businessman has no tolerance for betrayal, and Tunde barely escapes with his life. He's forced to flee Lagos, leaving behind the city he once called home. One night, after a particularly bad bender, Ayo is walking the empty streets of Lagos when he stumbles across a group of young tech enthusiasts at a local cafe. Watching them brainstorm and talk about their future sparks something within him. He remembers why he started this journey in the first place. Ayo sits down with the group and listens to their ideas, offering advice from his own experience. In that moment, he realizes that while he may have failed, his passion for technology and helping others hasn't disappeared. Inspired, he decides it's time to rebuild, not his business, but himself. Meanwhile, Kemi has been thriving in her marketing career. She's worked her way up to a high-ranking position, but despite her success, she often thinks of Ayo. After weeks apart, she finds herself at a crossroads. She can continue down the path she's on, fully dedicating herself to her career, or she can reach out to Ayo and see if there's anything left between them. In an emotional moment, Kemi decides to meet Ayo one last time to discuss their future. She knows that things between them might never be the same, but she needs closure. Kemi meets Ayo at the same cafe where he had found new inspiration. Ayo, looking healthier and more at peace, admits his mistakes. He tells Kemi that he's not the same person who was consumed by ambition and that he's learning to build something new from the ground up. Kemi, proud of his growth but also aware of her own journey, tells him that while she's happy he's found himself again, she's unsure if she can go back to the way things were. They share a heartfelt conversation, acknowledging the love they still have, but also the changes they've gone through. In the end, Kemi and Ayo part ways, with no promises of getting back together. Their lives have taken different paths, and though the love is still there, it's clear that they both need to continue growing on their own. The story ends with Ayo walking through the streets of Lagos at night, the city lights glowing above him. He's no longer chasing quick success, but instead focused on rebuilding his career, his relationships, and his sense of self. Kemi, meanwhile, moves forward in her career, still unsure of what the future holds for her personally, but determined to follow her own dreams. The final shot lingers on the Lagos skyline, a symbol of both the challenges and the endless possibilities that lie ahead.